Yo, 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 it's Jaggerplex here, and today I've got another video review. This time we're doing the debut album by the band No Buses. The album is called Boys Loved Her. No Buses is a Japanese indie rock band. They kind of sound like a hybrid between the Strokes and the Arctic Monkeys. But of course, you know, they add a little Japanese flavor to give themselves a little distinction from those bands. Actually, I do think that's where they got their band name from, is the Arctic Monkeys song, No Buses. The first song I heard by these guys was a song called Pretty Old Man. It came out on an EP earlier this year called Boys Miss the Bus. And I, heard the song and I liked it. I did kind of forget about it for a while until very recently. It popped up on my release radar playlist on Spotify way back when. And I did manage to rediscover the song a few weeks ago, and I forgot how much I liked it. I forgot how much of a banger Pretty Old Man is, and then I went on to listen to the rest of the EP. So after hearing the EP, I did kind of dig a little bit deeper into their discography, and I found out that they did have an album on the way. So of course, I had to listen to it and write a review on it. And if you're a fan of garage rock, or a fan of the Strokes or Arctic Monkeys, I think you're gonna like this album. The album definitely has quite a few great moments. The song Tick, for example, actually came out last year, but they did rework it and put it on this album. Instrumentally, it's just about everything you could possibly want in a indie garage rock song. It has some really awesome chord progressions, a really cool solo, the drums are on point, the bass serves as a nice foundation for everything else that's going on in the song. The song Dirty Feeling shows a bit more of the mellow side of No Buses. Another nice instrumental, which has some really good harmonizing vocals as well. Later on in the album, there's a song called Little Boy. Actually has a kind of a punk influence to it. Very short, sweet, and straight to the point kind of song. It also segues into the next track, which is called Rat. And of course, while this album does have its gems, it also has some songs that are very mid-tier. Nothing really stands out with these songs, in a good way or a bad way. They just kind of exist just to exist. Songs like In Stomach and When You Sleep With Your Son are songs that come to mind when I think about the more average sounding songs on this album. So one of the biggest glaring flaws I have with this album and with the band as a whole is the lyrics and the songwriting. There aren't very many layers as far as the lyrics go, and they don't really enforce much of anything that's interesting. It's almost as if the lyrics are just filler to kind of complement the instrumentation throughout a lot of the songs. I actually have some lyrical excerpts here to kind of show you what I'm talking about. And as you can see, to me, it's just nonsense. Even sitting down and trying to analyze the lyrics and try to figure out what they mean to me or what they're supposed to mean or whatever. There's not really much to grasp here. So it does make me wonder, what the thought process is as far as the writing process goes. How do the lyrics play into each song? What is their purpose? I mean, the vocal delivery itself is serviceable. It's just the actual lyrics that kind of make me wonder and ask, what? And it's actually kind of funny I mentioned that because I don't know most of the lyrics of these songs, because you literally can't find them on the internet. No, seriously. Go ahead, try to look up the lyrics of Sleep Swimming or Dandruff or In Stomach and tell me what you find, because I don't know, maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. With the lyrics that I am able to find on the internet and that I'm able to make out by listening to the songs, I'm not overly impressed. But as far as debut albums go, Boys Loved Her is a pretty worthwhile effort. I do tend to be a bit more generous when it comes to grading debut albums, due to the fact that it is a debut. Because kind of the way it works for me is I tend to grade and score these albums based on what I know that the artist is capable of, which of course is a bit harder to do when there's a debut. You don't really have much to go on other than just pure enjoyment. It's actually because of bands like this that I decided to start this channel, do my part in, sharing the music that I love with the world. It's bands like this that make the process of finding these obscure, unheard of bands and, being one of the first people to take in their music and become a fan before the rest of the world knows who they are. It's a very nice thing, and it really makes me enjoy doing stuff like this. I absolutely cannot wait to see what No Buses has coming next. I give Boys Loved Her a C+, and I will see you all later.